Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm recording today from my center, the Spirit Education Center and Sanctuary located in Effort, Pennsylvania. I have a busy day today and I've spent a lot of time down here so far, and I'll be here until later this evening, so I thought I'd take a few minutes out just to connect once again with you. I just wanted to discuss a little bit about the myths and fears connected with what we do. And that means I'm going to tell you a little bit more about myself so you have a better understanding of how I work and how true spiritual evidential mediums work, okay? First and foremost, I call myself a spiritual medium because I do everything in God's love and light. I don't believe in trapped spirits, evil entities. That's nonsense. That's Hollywood. I often tell people that Hollywood has done a grave injustice to the world of spirit. So I will often refer to myself as an advocate for spirit, okay? Spirit energy does not have physical bodies, so they don't have the ability to harm us in any way. They can't bite us. They can't throw us across the room. They can't throw furniture across the room. They don't have physical bodies. They're just beautiful spirit energies. Once we step out of the physical body, we are whole in the spiritual sense. We do look as we do because, like I explained before, our physical bodies are a gift, just as the spiritual body is a gift, okay? So we recognize each other the way we looked on the earth plane. However, we have no abilities in the physical sense. So when people come to the center and they say, oh, I was bitten in my bed, I say, well, do you have a husband? Maybe he bit you. Do you have a dog? Maybe you have bed bugs. I don't know what bit you, but I know it's not spirit. So it may sound a little funny, but it's reality, okay? Because spirit and energy, they do not have physical bodies, so they cannot harm us or hurt us in any way, nor do they have the desire to do that. They will never show themselves if they sense any fear in us. So it's not that easy. You know, sometimes people say, oh, I'm so afraid I'm going to see somebody in spirit. Don't ever worry about that, because they will never show themselves if they sense fear in you. People can't just one day say, oh, I think I want to, see my father. He's been gone 20 years. I'd like to see him. And the father's going to step in. It doesn't work that way. It's all done through vibration, the soul energy. It's done through prayer and meditation. When people come here and say, I want to connect with my son and daughter, how can I do that? I'll say, well, you need to practice. You need to pray every day. You need to meditate every day. How passionate you are about connecting is how quickly you'll develop. It's always up to you, and it is a development process. Some people are just born with a higher vibrational energy, like I was. I'm a 7th generation in my family. That's how far I was able to track it back. So I just have a higher soul vibration. That's all that means. And through daily prayer and meditation, my vibration raises a little up. So spirit energy is this high, and a normal person's energy is this high. When I say energy or vibration, I mean the soul. And through daily prayer and meditation and going through life and aging a little bit, your vibration raises up, and then spirit energy pulls theirs down, and we meet here. We don't meet here, we meet here. Nobody has ever been alive or ever will be alive in the mediumship sense that can communicate with the spirit energy like I'm communicating with you right now. And I'll often say to my students, if the day comes that you're able to have a two-way conversation with spirit very clearly, check your pulse, because chances are you're over there. Okay? Because realistically, there's a veil between worlds, between the other side, which many refer to as heaven, and this dimension. There is a veil. Okay? So we have to form, true mediums have to form their own language with spirit. So we learn to work with them symbolically. We have symbol journals. They'll call out names. They'll call out dates. They'll share memories with us. Evidential information means that we live in a time where technology is amazing. So we have the ability to go on the computer and type in a person's last name and pull up one obituary. And the charlatans out there, and there are many, 92 to 93% of the people out there that do this work, especially the psychics, are charlatans. They pull up one obituary. They can do 10 readings off one obituary, because an obituary will give you names and dates and locations and how the person died, contribute to the Cancer Association, contribute to the Heart Association, so it's like an open door for them. So I always say to my students, if the day ever comes that I feel before I do a reading that I have to track a phone number or I have to look up a person by their last name, that's the day I no longer do this, because I try very hard to do this in a way that's pleasing to God. I try to live my life in a way that's pleasing to God. Okay, so the information I bring in, I always say, I can be wrong, but Spirit's never wrong. So I will bring in pieces of information, name, dates, whatever they bring into me, Spirit, your loved ones, that's what I bring through. Okay, and that's the difference between the charlatans out there and true spiritual evidential mediums. And I'd like you to know the difference. You know, I do not encourage people to go for psychic readings. I know a few people who have very strong psychic abilities, okay? But I don't do psychic readings, and I don't call myself a psychic, and I never will, because I understand that psychic abilities, psychic messages rather, can't be validated. Okay, you go to a psychic and the psychic tells you, you know, what he asks you, what do you want to know? I want to know about a relationship, or I want to know when my house is going to sell. Well, you just opened a door for them. And they can tell you what it is they know that you want to hear. And you pay them good money for nonsense. Okay? You can't validate that. So I'm all about evidence. I'm all about validating the information that comes in. So please always remember that. Okay? As far as removing the myths and fears, I don't believe in possession, trapped spirits, evil entities, none of that, okay? Spirit energy does not have the ability to jump into my body. It's just not true. They don't have the ability or the desire. I do believe in possession, and I told this to a Monsignor not long ago from the Jersey Shore that I had done a reading on. I do believe in possession, but differently than the way we were taught in Catholic school. I believe possession is a choice, okay? Drug addiction, alcoholism, adultery, pornography, that's a choice. A person has a choice to take that drug, to take that drink, to look at the pornography or not. It's about, you know, freedom of choice. It's another God-given gift that we have. So it's all about our own choices. What happens when we make bad choices, like drinking, and it becomes an addiction? It becomes a possession. It possesses our very being, okay? So that's the way I know possession is. It's a possession and addiction are the same thing, and it's all about our choice. So please understand that, understand the difference. There is nothing negative on the other side. Only they live eternally in God's love and peace. We recognize each other on the other side. Our loved ones go to the other side and wait for us and continue their life on the other side. When the time comes that we no longer need this physical body, when the end of our physical life is not here anymore, and it's time for us to transcend to the next dimension, we simply step out of the physical body and begin our lives on the other side, where we are greeted, always greeted before we pass by loved ones. So don't worry about and wonder when you're going to pass, because you will know it. Because everybody thinks they have to take that last breath before they die. That's not how it works. Every single one of us will know before it's our time. A loved one will come to us, we'll see a glimpse of the other side. That's why so many who fear death all of a sudden don't fear it, because they see the other side. So there's nothing to be afraid of. Don't worry about it. Don't bother. Don't waste your time or your money going to these psychics. 92 or 93% of them are charlatans, okay? What you want to do if you need peace and comfort in your life from the loss of a loved one, you want to look for a spiritual evidential medium, and there's many out there. And I will drop a few names here and there, because I know some very, very good ones. I'm honored to know them, call them my friends, and work with some of them. And I will mention their names and give you better direction from time to time. But in the meantime, you know, I know the Christmas season is coming, and I know for anyone who suffered a loss, this is a difficult time of year. So please know that your loved ones are around you. Please understand that when you look at your Christmas tree, or you look out the window, or you sit down to have your Christmas dinner, and you see that empty space, it won't be empty. They will be there. They're just a thought or whisper away. The next time I join with you, I'm going to talk a little bit about signs from the other side. I don't want you to miss when your loved one's energy pull in. Okay, I don't want you to miss that. So I'll go over different signs and how they truly can communicate with us from the other side. Okay, so in the meantime, please enjoy the rest of this day. Have a beautiful night, and always remember to always stay and live in God's love and light. Thank you. Have a good day.